Has Elon Musk actually been briefed about the crash retrieval programs that have been alleged by a lot of different whistleblowers, and that he has said he's never heard about these things, that SpaceX would have picked it up? Has he indeed been briefed on it? Well, Ross Coulthart says he has, and he's heard that he has. So I want to play this clip from News Nation about this and then talk about what it means on the other side here. So let's bring this up first from Ross Coulthart.
Elon Musk, in his interview with Joe Rogan, made a particular comment that I think a lot of people have picked up on, that he said that he has a very broad security clearance because of his SpaceX obligations, and that, quote, he would know whether Boeing, Lockheed Martin, or Northrop Grumman were in fact in possession of non-human technology. And he said adamantly to Joe Rogan that he, as far as he was aware, he did not know of any such claims that they were in possession of any non-human technology. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Elon. I'm calling it. I think Elon has been read into the program, and I don't think he can talk about it. That's certainly what I've been told by people, that Elon Musk has been read in to aspects of the program. And frankly, if you accept what people like Christopher Mellon, former very senior Defense Department official, say, which is that it's routine for space satellites and craft in orbit to see strange objects, anomalous objects in orbit, it's kind of understandable that you would want the principal of SpaceX and probably the senior people that he works with to be briefed in that there are certain national secrets that need to be protected. I'm sorry, I just don't accept that Elon Musk is telling us the full story. And I am told reliably by people that he has been read in. End of story.
I mean, that's a claim. It's a straight up claim. Now, and he pretty much said he's lying. He's straight up saying he's lying. He says he doesn't believe me. He said, I don't believe Elon Musk that he hasn't been there. And I'll tell you what, I'm with Ross. I don't believe him. I don't believe a lot of the, people who say that they haven't been read into these things, they haven't heard about things. But it makes sense that he was probably told he can't say shit because, and I think we mentioned this a year ago when we were talking about the SpaceX stuff and all that. So look, you're going to get exclusive contracts. You're going to get this, you're going to get that, but you're part of this thing, the stuff that we find and the information that we get, that ain't for anybody except me, you, and this fly in the room. That's it. And if you want these contracts, that's exactly what you say. You go on a podcast, you go, I never heard of it. I would have known. And then you have to help elevate our narrative. And if you want to keep that contract, that's what you got to do. So why in the world, if he wants to keep these contracts and everything too, you think that he wants to be a guy who's going to, well, I would tell you guys. He's not going to tell you. He's not going to tell you. He's going to do his research. He's like, well, if I'm on Rogan and I go, look, let me tell you the truth. I know that there is a program and I know this. How's that going to go? How's that going to go overall? Elon Musk says that indeed there is. And that now what about the people who he's working with? What are they going to do? How's that going to work? So do I get why he's not going to just go out there freely and say, yeah, I'm part of this thing? I mean, it's always disturbing that people that, especially now, because he's got a pretty, he has become someone that they talk about in the news, if not as much as Trump when it comes to the stuff going on in the government. And so there's just, he to me is no different now than any politician. I don't give a crap what side of the aisle you're sitting on. I don't believe you if you're a politician. I don't believe you. I'm going to fight for you. Sure you are. And if it benefits you, you will. I'm going to tell you the truth. If it benefits you, you will. Well, we're going to make sure that this happens. It's for your own good. If it benefits you, it's for my own good, right? Same stuff with Elon and everybody else too. So the other side of it too comes to Ross, where it's like, well, I heard from my people that he's been sworn in. I don't know if I trust my people anymore either, because there's times we've heard, well, my people say this. My people say that all hell's going to break loose in the beginning of the year. We're in March. All hell has not broken loose. You can make the argument if you want that, well, Jake Barber and other people have come out and they didn't want that to happen. That's not all hell breaking loose. That's a section of people, oh, there's a new person here. There's a new person part of it. There's a new person talking that they saw this. There's a egg video that could be anything. That's not hell breaking loose. So I don't know if I trust your people either. But this particular instance, I think, is credible. And I think that I would believe that Elon Musk is not telling the truth about a reverse engineering program and that he wants his people to be able to have the top secret stuff, and he's not going to break protocols and things of that nature to talk about it on a podcast. I believe that that's true. I do. I believe that he's probably been sworn in and been briefed. Yeah, of course I do. I 100% think he knows way more than he says. And do I trust him? No. Do I trust Ross's sources? No. Do I trust the majority of these people? No. There's really no one, because you just hear all these things as far as, I always say, what's going to benefit who? It's funny, though, too, because I have seen things. What I've seen in this community in general, what it seems like, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but what it seems like is that people get very gung-ho about the subject. They want to believe these things. They talk about it. They get into it, and they see all these different things, fighting factions, and people starting to try to become like the person with the spotlight on them, and they want to be the ones that are in front and center. Then there's people who are potentially telling the truth. There are other ones who are clearly lying. There's all this stuff, and it seems like the people at first who are really gung-ho about it, they start to get into it. They start to talk about it, and then things go a different way, and then they just go the opposite way. Then from the same people who are saying, no, I saw things in the sky and I believe that it is absolutely this, and this, they go the opposite. And no, everybody's a fraud. Everybody's a fraud. And I'm not saying that people aren't frauds. There are tons of people who are probably frauds. But the reverse of the complete 180 is interesting, because it's not one or two people. It's a ton of people. It seems like the same thing happens over and over again. This is why I've always approached this subject from the casual point of view of like, okay, if the mainstream media covered this, is the way I look at it. And that where I'm looking at, okay, what's the story today? What's this? I go about it. I listen to it. In the same way that I talk about any story, political, movie story, whatever it might be. I look at it and I talk about it, and I talk about it with you guys, and you guys are essentially serve the purpose of, like, if I was talking about it with my family about another subject, and I say, okay, here's what we learned today. This is a story that went out. What do you think of it? I think that I can't get into the whole dig so deep that my mind goes so into this, and who's lying to me and who's telling me this, and that person is not telling the truth, and that person is a psyop, and that person, it's like, I'll talk about it, but I ain't sitting in it. It'll drive you nuts. So like I said in this story, do I believe that Elon Musk knows about it? And do I think that it actually is important that he should say something? Of course I do. Do I think that's ever going to happen? No chance. No chance that happens. Because there's too much money involved. I've always talked about it. It's always about money, no matter what it is. Disclosure, if people feel like money can come from it, and if the world changes overnight, the first question people are going to be thinking in power is, how does it benefit us? How can we monetize it? How will it monetize other countries, and how can we make sure it monetizes us first? Humans are selfish people, everybody. And it's not about the greater truth, no matter what they tell you. It's not about the greater truth. We want the truth for the American people. Fuck off. No, you don't. Who you trying to kid? You don't. No, you don't. You that might be one of the reasons, but it's not the reason. How's it going to benefit you? But that's why when I hear a story like this, he says I hear he's been sworn in, or he's been briefed. Yeah, he's been briefed. I believe that. But what do you think? Am I wrong? Am I right? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. That's it for today. I will tell you, man, I was just on vacation. Ridge, it is something for everybody. You want to condense your stupid big fat wallets. You want to get a thin wallet. I'll tell you about it. Ridge. It's awesome. I'll see you back here tomorrow, guys. Leave your comments. Tell me. I want to hear from you. All right. Thank you. I had a big, bulky, stupid wallet for a while, but now I don't. Why? Because I discovered Ridge. I didn't really know about Ridge. Now I found out about them. I love them. I didn't like that big, stupid thing that I had before because it was just so bulky, and I could feel it like weighing me. I felt like I weighed like 5 extra pounds. What's great about these is that they're unique. They have a slim, modern design, and it holds a lot of cards. Plus, kashish. So what's so great about Ridge is they make it with premium materials. It's got aluminum, it's titanium, it's carbon fiber, and it doesn't take up your entire pant. I always want to say pant. That's what it takes up. It takes up your pant. Over 50 plus colors and styles to choose from. I got the Giants one. You do the personalized ones, or your teams. I took the New York Giants, and I love them. They have a lifetime warranty. It's easy. It is literally the last wallet that I think you're ever going to have to buy. It's like Wolverine had a wallet. So over 100,000 5-star reviews, and if losing your wallet is the worst feeling in the world, but the beauty with the Ridge is they have an air tag attachment, so you always know exactly where it is before your panic mode kicks in. No matter what you pick, Ridge has free shipping, 99-day risk-free trial, and a lifetime warranty on all of their products. So Ridge is having their once-a-year anniversary sale. You get off to 40% off at ridge.com/DTE. If you head on over to ridge.com/DTE to see their biggest sale of the year, you will not regret it. After you purchase it, they're going to say, hey, where did you hear about us? You got to tell them that Kristian over at DTE sent you. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Ridge, you're going to love it.